Hi, everyone. My name's John, and I was a greenhouse alumni with my company, Emre, back in 2020. Tanya had asked me to give a few remarks, and so I thought first, let me start it off by saying, well, congratulations. Participating in the Social Impact Showcase is really one of the first steps in your journey towards creating the impact that you're envisioning. And it also means that you've made significant progress to the point where you're able to communicate the work that you've done and get others excited about what you're working on. So, congrats. Myself, I participated in Greenhouse, like I said, during the start of 2020, and it was really one of the first big momentum builders for my company, Emre. We were building electronic medical records for hospitals in Africa, and Greenhouse was that initial support system that we had in both helping us structure our thoughts around the business, as well as where we got our initial funds through the Social Impact Fund, which helped us pilot our product in Africa last summer. We quickly, I guess, decided to close down the business after our launch in Africa, as we quickly learned that some of our core hypotheses around the business were not exactly as sound as we had anticipated. So we thought, well, let's recognize these learnings, let's come back to Canada, and let's start something new. Now, if I were to give any advice to you from my journey with Emre through Greenhouse, I'd probably break it up into two pieces of advice. The first piece would be as thoughtful as possible around what the biggest risks are that stand in the way of you executing your vision. Then do absolutely everything in your power to experiment and de-risk those risks. It's very easy to get caught up in working on what might be comfortable or easy or what might look like progress to everyone else. But what's comfortable and easy might not actually be what's going to provide you with the most amount of learning. For example, with Emre, our biggest learnings came from when the doctors in Africa were actually able to get their hands on our product and use it in a real world setting. But it took us about a year to get our product into their hands. And when we think back on it, it really could have been a lot less than just a year. We could have learned about we could have learned about the challenges that we were going to face and closed down what we were working on and moved on to something new a lot quicker had we just rolled up our sleeves and tested out the most risky aspect of our business. My second piece of advice would be to maintain your relationships as best as you can with everyone at Greenhouse after the showcase and as you progress in your journey. The Greenhouse team, they're not just invested in the work that you're doing, but they're invested in you and they care about you. And these are definitely relationships that I would say are worth valuing. Anyways, congratulations again and continue the great work.